All right, I'm gonna have to put this in the other room. All right, I'm in the space. Dan the man.
Yes, sir. You ready to go?
Dan the man. In my own lane with my own wave. I don't know, what is that? All right. Here we go.
I used to play Dan in Street Fighter just to piss people off because he was the weakest one, and I'd be like, Dan the man, and I would just
which one was Dan?
So he wore all pink, but he was like Ryu and Ken, and he had a fireball that barely went like 2 feet in front of him. He was pretty much Ryu and Ken, but like insanely weak. And then I used to play him all the time, and when I beat people, I used to be like, I'm Dan the man, and they'd get all triggered.
Dude, Street Fighter was my jam. Oh, okay.
You remember?
It's Ricky Boot Up from DeFi Space Donkeys. Welcome. Happy Friday. We're going to get into this. We're going to have a live stream. We're going to put the Restream up top, and we'll get into this. Let's share out the space, and feel free to raise your hand if you've got questions. We've got a lot to talk about. We got an interview here, also with IRL goodies. So yeah, let's share the space out, and we're going to get into it in a minute.
Sorry, I had a crazy echo. I had to get my phone out of here. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Good.
Rick is all blinged out in Mutant Shiva gear. I like it.
Of course, bro. Of course.
I like it.
I love it. That's a nice matching look today.
The Crypto Stoner, is that SpongeBob under that beard? What is that?
Oh yeah, baby. Yeah. Well. And then I walk around outside. It's like,
Oh,
That's cool.
Funny.
I got the
I like
coffee intolerance.
IRL goodies, are they trying to jump in the stream?
Yeah. So I sent them the link. IRL Goodies has made a little collab with us. So we've made some donkey sticks. They are sticks.
Donkey sticks.
They are sticks dipped in marshmallow and infused chocolate. So
Right,
shit, we love infused chocolate. Speaking of infusions and THC, I'm gonna go ahead and cheers anyone that wants to have a little bit with us.
There you
I'm
go.
just getting my.
Look at you guys. You guys are prepared. I need to be better prepared.
I got this little guy from Special K.
What you got over there, Rick? I see you.
It's just I've just got it right now. Literally just got it this afternoon.
Oh yeah, that looks like some good bud.
This is for
Look at the shine on that.
Oh yeah.
Probably get a better shine of
that smells delicious.
Smell from here.
All right. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy
Happy
420.
420.
Everybody.
Happy 420.
Welcome. This is, what do we call this? Are we calling this High Society? I forget. Have we come up with a name yet?
High Intelligence.
High Intelligence. Are we still workshopping that?
If
anybody in the audience has any ideas, let us know. High Intelligence is probably a good one. High Society. I don't know. Crypto and cannabis, something. High Society. We gotta workshop that.
C3 and the 3 C's could stand for crypto, cannabis, and community. So like C3. I don't know.
C3PO? Oh, C3PO.
That was going through my head, not gonna lie.
Nice. All right. We got IRL goodies up here. Can you hear us, man? Are we coming through?
You're coming through great.
All right, cool. All right, welcome. Oh, we got video? Oh, no, maybe not. All right, everybody, welcome. If you're on the space, we are live on video on Twitter. So if you want to come see our beautiful faces and check out what shirts we're rocking today. This is my lounge shirt. I thought about changing it for the show, but I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm going to rock my Batman shirt. So I'm rocking my Batman shirt.
I like it. Let's see. Can we share the Restream up top in the Jumbotron?
Oh, let me jump in the space as well on my.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are we doing?
I got you, Tricky.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh,
I'm
there
gonna
you go.
make sure we can get some people in there. They're over there like, what are they looking at? What are they doing? They can't see the video.
Yeah, I still don't know how to use Twitter Spaces. I gave up a long time ago.
It's a learning
all right.
process.
So we were talking about Street Fighter. I think we should just finish off that conversation because that was my jam as a kid. I would go to the arcade, and yes, I'm old enough to have gone to an arcade when I was a kid and get, put in the $5 and get all the quarters out. I was a Ryu guy for sure.
Wait,
And this is like-
wait, hold up. I don't think he's streaming.
you
Nick.
sure?
Yeah,
It says live. Hold on, let me
when
check.
I go into your profile, it looks like you are in a space, but not on live. I don't see the live like normally how it comes up on your like page.
Yeah. No, you might be right.
Yeah, because I realize that that's a invite. The other one we have, that's not a. So
I'm
we'll do
gonna
this one.
just do.
All right, now that's weird. Why would that not be live? It says live on the freaking thing.
I think we just need to copy the link for it, like
Yeah.
not the invite link, but the Restream link for people to view.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Make a Twitter a tweet for it.
a tweeter.
Yeah,
A tweeter.
tweeter.
A Twitter
Hold
post.
on, hold on.
No,
All right, well, it looks
no,
like we're
yeah.
live. Okay, yeah,
Hey,
we are
yeah.
live. All right, so it
Now we're
just
live. All right, restart. Everyone smoke again.
yeah.
It's Ricky Buddha from DeFi Space Donkey.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. By the way, are we streaming on other channels? I know we talked about doing like Twitch and Facebook
We
and
on
YouTube.
YouTube
Are you guys?
as well. We
I'm
are-
not gonna lie, I did not get the Twitch set up. So
yeah,
Okay,
we
well,
are.
okay.
We are streaming on YouTube though as well.
Okay, cool. All right, so we are live on Twitter. So if you want to share that,
Actually, let
I guess you
me-
share that right on the space, the link on the
Mhm.
space.
We can.
It's a
I was
It's
just
lazy
gonna
Friday.
say.
oh, we got Weed Meme Coin fan in the Restream
In
chat.
the chat.
let's
Yep.
go.
Yeah. What's up,
What
dude?
up? What up?
That's why nobody was in the chat because it wasn't live. All right, so everybody up here on stage, go ahead and share, retweet the live, tag a few folks, I guess.
I'll pin it to the top too.
Yep, there you go.
Pinned.
Do all that fun stuff. All right.
Okay, we are live on Twitch too, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
Shit.
All right.
We're on all of the lives. All right, here we go. Happy Friday. I guess we gotta kind of reset. Happy Friday. Happy late 420. We had a little technical difficulty there getting live on Twitter. Not quite sure what happened. There was a little a button that needed to be toggled. Special K, what's up, man? So welcome everybody. Thanks for spending your Friday afternoon with us. Been a little bit of a weird week, right? Crypto's been fucking crypto, I guess.
Crypto's
Is there any
boring.
better way to describe it?
Yeah,
Crypto,
boring.
crypto.
Yeah, so where are we at today? So Bitcoin, 84,000, just over 84,007. Basically flat on the day. I mean, down 0.5%, down 0.5% on the week, which is interesting as well.
Bro,
And,
Bitcoin's showing 0% on the week for me. That's
Is
what I
it?
was saying. We are boring. Just like
yeah,
dead ass. That's why I just have not looked at charts this week. We know that the thing right now is we know that we're waiting for that bottom. We talked about it a lot last
Mhm.
week, so I don't want to like go too long on that again. But it's just waiting for the tariff and the war fears to be over. And those
are those
you
two?
know-
Sorry, are those two separate things? Tariff and warfares, or the tariff?
Yeah.
wars?
No, that so tariff wars and like the physical war, the Ukraine, the Russia
Okay.
war, that's still like there was missile attacks last week. So just those fear things that happen in the news go in with everything that's crypto wide as well, and stocks, because all of that when war's up, gas and everything else starts to fluctuate. You see it's not just one thing. It's
Right.
all markets at once. So right now it's just boring. I do have a little bit of like possible alpha on all of that and just what's coming up, which is April 2nd. As of this
I'm
morning,
glad they didn't
from
do
the
April
news-
1st. Let me just
yeah, I'm glad they waited until April 1st is over. I guess Trump this morning yesterday was basically saying that we shouldn't have a rate cut yet, but in April we should have a rate cut, and that negotiations are starting to go well with the tariffs. So as we've been saying, he said that negotiations are now more positive. That's going on as of yesterday. So here we are seeing what we talked about last week start to unfold. The tariffs are starting to look less scary, but they're keeping it on the table. Now they're talking about rate cuts coming in possibly. And he's saying that it's going to be Liberation Day. That's what it was. April 2nd is going to be Liberation Day for the markets. So you guys need to look that up. But he talked about that. And now we're seeing the tariff thing, like I said, start to not be so scary. Now we're starting to have more peace talk in that. So here it comes. You know, we're right around the corner from the rebound.
Liberation Day.
Yeah, I watched the video this morning and I was like, okay, he's priming people up that are paying attention to get those bags ready to be the rebounds on its way.
Yeah, shout out Special K Glass in the
Okay.
chat. Let's go. Appreciate everybody
Here we go,
stopping
big
by.
man.
Hope you're all doing good.
Yeah, so
share that the space. We got that Restream link up top. Make sure you guys give that a reshare too, and join us over there so you can see our wonderful faces and our charts and stuff. And we'll be getting into an interview in a little bit with IRL goodies.
There you go. Yeah, so Liberation Day. So he's all right. So let's say all that happens. Let's say tariff wars go away, or at least they get resolved or whatever. That'd be great, right? That'd be great for the market. What happens if they don't? What happens if Liberation Day comes April 2nd and everyone's like, fuck you, USA, we're not like negotiating with these tariffs? Does the market then is that a black swan event and the market just tanks? Like, do you think it's good that he's putting that out there? Do you think what do you think will happen if the tariff wars don't go away by then?
Well, we talked about it last week a bit, and I think Tricky and I talked about it a couple times in different spaces, even over the last week or so, that the tariffs are being used to manipulate to that price point. I think that they are seeing in their charts on a macro side and what they have control over, that those resistance levels are basically, they're able to do what they want now. And I think that they're ready to, there's going to be a push down. People are going to get scared out before April 2nd. We still got a decent amount of time before we get to April 2nd. So a lot can happen.
We got 12 days. We got 12 calendar days and 8 business days.
Yeah. So with that, there's going to be still a lot of volatility over the next 12 days. But I think that's going to be a lot of shakeout, things like that. We'll see some negative fear against tariffs. Now, like you said, though, what happens if it doesn't? We plan for that too, right? You got to have a plan for both. You can't just assume it's always going to be, okay, yeah, that date's going to be good. It might not. And what happens if it's not? Right. That means that the price points, the whales that are waiting didn't get that price point they're looking for yet.
Yeah.
And so we talked about this before, where they will push it into a recession. The longer they keep the tariffs going, the more they will shake people out over time. People will give up and sell those positions that they're trying to get to. If they come to that, then we know we just have, it's just going to be another sideways waiting game. And that's why I keep saying the market's boring right now. And right now, focusing on other things is definitely better. Focusing on your projects, focusing on community building inside of projects. That's what everyone should be focusing on right now, especially if you're dry on powder for buying crypto. Don't sell your bags, don't move stuff around, just let it sit, let it wait, go work on a project, go work on, do other things that are productive towards what you're doing in Web3 and crypto. But, it's just going to be sideways right now. I do think that we're nearing the end of it, and April sounds like it's end of quarter, or it's the end of Q1. We're going to be in Q2. It's a good time for those kind of things financially, for the financial systems to start getting their things ready for Q3, Q4. So it does kind of line up with in scale of everything.
So do you have the fear and greed pulled up?
I don't, but I can.
Yeah, if you don't mind. So looking at the fear and greed, I'm looking at Coin Market Cap. If you want to pull it up. Last week, we were in extreme fear. Let me make your screen bigger. Does that work? Let's see here. Hold on, guys. Still trying to figure this out. Let's move you over there. There you go. All right. So it's showing 31 on yours. It's showing 27 on CoinMarketCap. It says last week we're at extreme fear at 18. The yearly low. Now, obviously, we're only
And the chart's 0 for the week. Just find that
Yeah.
out.
The
Like,
yearly low for this year, 2025. Again, we're only three months in. Was March 10th, so 11 days ago, right? 11 days ago. So we've hit the extreme fear. The number that CoinMarketCap says is 15, just 11 days ago, and we're slowly. Actually, last week was 18, and it says today we're at 27, or on Crypto Sonar chart says 31.
yeah.
That's CoinGlass too. So CoinGlass takes a little bit different metric. I think they just take a couple different exchanges with their. It might be even more exchange that they have added in CoinGlasses, but it's still relatively close.
Yeah,
in the range.
But if you look at the on yours where it says extreme fear, 297 days, fear 799 days. That's crazy to me that we've kind of been in this position, or this I don't know, this weird kind of cycle.
Well, if we go back to the rainbow chart that we looked at a few weeks ago, just mentally, and I can look for it again and pull it up, but we're in that accumulation zone.
Right.
It's still in that longest accumulation phase we've seen on that chart.
Yeah.
And like Rick says, when it's in fear and extreme fear, that's when you should be buying. And as it approaches that extreme greed, high greed, you should be starting to look for an exit and a profit taking. And though we do also know for historical Bitcoin movement and stuff like that, it kind of follows that same trajectory as well, in the buy sell.
Yeah. So for you, the next 11 days, are you really just waiting to see if there's anything that contradicts, Liberation Day? Or what are you kind of how are you positioning yourself? How are you doing your setups right now?
Go ahead, Tricky. I look like you I see I want to know what you're thinking too.
So I kind of feel like this is set up for a fail to push the market down.
I agree. Okay. Yeah, like a buy the rumors, sell the news. As you start to hear hype,
and then it doesn't go through, and we all freak out, and it drops more. I don't know.
I agree with this.
Remember when we were onboarding? Remember when we were onboarding back in the day, and you had some money you wanted to move from bank to crypto exchange, right? To be able to buy your crypto. Remember how long that KYC process took?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people who are like, wait, we still got to get ready to buy it.
Like institutions, like big institutions,
and we haven't hit that low point quite that some we prefer.
I agree.
I don't want to be the scary one, but
no, I'll be the scary one with you because it's not scary, and I'll explain why it's not scary to people. Yeah. We know that this is still an accumulation phase. Anytime we're in fear, you should either be holding or dollar cost averaging. Why sell when it's down anyways? But we know that the manipulation is coming in. And like Tricky said, and we've talked about, we have a number range in our head where we're expecting to see this push down before there can be a rebound or be that recovery. And so honestly, I do believe what Tricky was saying, especially thinking about it more, that, buy the rumor, sell the news is usually the case in anyways. And so they're going to get people hyped up. It's not going to go as well. Maybe inflation data comes in a little bit higher than they think. And then the market just sells off. And then we see those bottoms that we're looking for actually hit. And that's when we'll start seeing those bottom tests, those last bottom tests. Where is that actual bottom? That 77 to some people have shorts at 58,000. So you know what I'm saying?
What? 58?
There's some whales with shorts into the high 50s, even mid 50s.
Damn.
But remember, if that was, they have a profit taking going all the way down to that already because they have stop losses and things. They're playing smart. They just have the extreme of that out that far.
Yeah.
But they will profit take on the way down to 70, 60 and have those flips that they're going to play. But with all of that, as they do hit that bottom, whether it be 77,000 or 58,000, when that happens, we know that that's our last chance to like get our funds in that we want as well. That rebound and that mass adoption, in my opinion, begins around that time when we see those mass fear, when we see that last extreme fear, and we're sitting at a 5 on that. And that's when people are going to think it's over type thing.
Yeah.
And we haven't had that. I keep telling people we're resisting the sell-offs. We're doing what we had talked about when we all first connected in these spaces we started doing with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had talked about taking back our buying power. We're doing that. That's what's happening. I think we would have hit the bottom in a different market cycles ago. We would have seen these bottoms that we're waiting for, but we're seeing so much more adoption coming in and people holding that have been here. And so they're having a harder time bringing us to these lows that they're trying to buy.
Interesting.
I watched a cartoon last night. Well, a cartoon, it was like a short. And in the short, it was a guy selling melons. I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but it's like, there was one guy selling melons and a young kid comes next to him and he starts selling melons. And the older guy selling melons for 25, this younger guy comes in and he starts selling the melons for 15. Everyone starts buying the melons from the guy at 15. I'll explain it at the end how it relates to investing. So he's got one melon left at 15 and the other guy's still charging 25. So he lowers his price to $10. So the young investor buys up all of his melons and he's sitting with all of the melons now and he starts selling them all for 25 again. So this is kind of like what they're doing. And I wish I could show the cartoon because it was just perfect. It's like they've come in, they've kind of like undercut us. Now they're waiting for us to undercut them. And when we undercut them, they're just going to buy all of our shit and we're going to have nothing left and they're going to pump the price. And we're going to be, at that point, we're done.
Right. Because then you're going to have to buy in at $25 a melon.
Exactly. And it's too late at that point. You're done.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just think we have to be very careful during this time because they can do things like make IRL, like with the tariffs. These are problems that are outside of the crypto bubble, but they're making these problems happen so that it pushes crypto down. And they can do the same with, you know, like wars and all types of things. So we must just be very careful. There could be the shakeout of all shakeouts coming, like Tricky says, that they literally make us all shit our pants and sell everything. And then it's moon time, baby. Then
Facts. Yeah, I love the way Rick's rubbing his hands.
Yeah. It's like the longer it takes, the more it goes sideways, the bigger the up. I feel like.
I've said the same thing, dude.
If you just DCA, DCA what you can afford to not get at, you're using your expendable income, that you don't need. Don't put the rent into anything. Not right now.
Don't over leverage yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, agreed for sure. Like, definitely don't over leverage yourself and don't risk your mortgage payment or your rent payment. But we talked about this. I think we talked about it every show. We should talk about it every show. Like, where do you see Bitcoin in 5 years? Where do you see Bitcoin in 10 years? Where do you see Bitcoin in 20 years, 30 years? When you look back 20 years from now, are you going to give a shit whether you bought Bitcoin at 84 or 80 or fucking 78? Like, no.
Or 500?
Yeah. Well, right.
Like, there might be a time where you're like, damn, I remember when it was 500,000 a coin. There's going to be new investors. They're like, God, I wish I could have gotten it 500,000 in 20 years, and it's $1 million plus a coin.
Right. Yeah. So like Tricky said, DCA in, be careful. Don't blow your rent payment or whatever. But look at it from a long-term time horizon. 5 years, 10 years. If you believe that Tesla is going to be higher in 5 years, you invest in Tesla. If you believe that Amazon is going to be higher in 5 years, you invest in Amazon. Like, who gives a shit about short-term this week, next week, whatever, if you know that it's going to do a 2 or 3x over the course of 5 years, 4 or 5 years. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not a trader, so I don't look at the the daily charts. I just look at, all right, where do I think it's going to be in 5 years or 10 years or 20 years? And for me, it's more of a conviction play than a kind of day trading aspect.
Yeah.
But I think people need to have a little bit of perspective on that. And when you're looking at investing in anything, stock market or Bitcoin, where do you think is going to be higher in a year? What do you think is going to be higher in 5 years? Mm-hmm. Opportunity cost is my favorite word from finance, accounting, whatever, right? Yeah. Just, the opportunity cost of investing in Tesla right now is not being able to invest in Bitcoin. Like if you only had $100, you say, all right, what are you going to invest in? What do you think is going to be higher in 5 years, Tesla or Bitcoin? Right?
I haven't bought stock like for trading or like long-term purposes, except for when it's like matching for the 401k for my wife, right? And when it's like I had to spend these dividends, or I had to spend this X amount in order to get the maximum of matching and the tax benefit. I don't put anything extra in there. Everything else is like crypto.
Now, you should have a balanced portfolio and
mine's
yada,
not.
yada. Not financial advice, all
do
that.
What I say, not as I do. Yeah.
Right. Tricky's on the extreme side of things. But, again, it should be part of your portfolio. Maybe 5%, maybe 10%. Or if you're fucking nuts, it should be like Tricky. It should be like 90%. But yeah, it's part of, again, long-term time horizon. I know I'm kind of just going around here, but yeah.
Look at the ROI of Bitcoin too. Since infancy of Bitcoin, and like I said, it's 40% over year over year on average from the amount. And that, and us people need to also, I guess I'll clarify this because some people have been asking me in real life when I say that. That doesn't mean that it's 40% every single year.
Right.
That means that that shows that if you were to hold for 10 years at a 40% average, that you would see massive gains on your portfolio regardless, and the thing is those runs and those cycles, if you learn profit taking on top of that, you can actually benefit a lot more than that 40% on the year over year, because you could follow the cycles as you're averaging and then take profit at the near the tops or on the way down from a top and have that gain and then put that back in for the next cycle. Again, leave it, that ROI becomes way higher if you put a little bit of effort into it on top of just stacking, and that's how I started. I didn't start by just trading short term. I believe that Bitcoin, crypto, and Web3 are the future of the world. I believe that that's how we evolve as a human race, is by having digitalized currency that's not touchable and not manipulatable, minus having supply. It can't be printed and it can't be added to Bitcoin. All the things we know about Bitcoin as an asset reserve and the way that we can on-chain the world, it's just the future. So I'll hold it. I'll stack it and keep doing this for 20 years because I know it's going to be that long-term goal,
Yeah, if you started with, so I have a little Excel spreadsheet that I like to play around with, which shows, with different returns and how much you invest. If you just start with 12 grand today, 40% return over the next 10 years, and you put in 12 grand every year, you'll have $1.1 million at the end of year 10. Start with 12 grand today, invest 12 grand every year for the next 10 years. At the end of year 10, you'll have $1.1 million at a 40% return. Now, even if that goes down to 30%, and I don't want to, just bore you guys with calculations, but this shit's fun to me. Even if you go down to 30%, start with 12 grand today, put in 12 grand every year. At the end of at the end of 10 years, you have $500,000. That's fucking bananas. So I don't know, man. Like I said, it's a conviction play for me. I agree with what you said, Crypto Starter, about like this is going to, it's going to fundamentally change how the world looks at currency, how the world looks at store value. If anybody, if anybody's read the Bitcoin Standard, I mean, it kind of opens your eyes to the fiat system and why Bitcoin is as valuable as it is. It's fascinating.
And if you just look historically and like where we're going, I have people a lot of the times that will say, what happens if it goes to zero in your mind? They want to know what my scenario is. And I go, my scenario is if crypto and Bitcoin in general go to zero, we probably had a financial collapse before we can onboard it onto crypto. And that's why none of it matters is we don't have an economy. So it wouldn't even matter if Bitcoin goes to zero because there's not going to be a financial system to back up anyways. That's probably what happened. Whereas the only alternative is that the future keeps growing. We figure out how to fix these financial crises we're in, and it is crypto, Bitcoin, Web3, AI, and all of this stuff. It just makes sense that you stack it, dollar cost average it, plan that long term, and this is just what's going to be in the future. And obviously diversify your portfolio, have diversity in your portfolio, because like we talk about, manufacturers and companies are going to start buying into blockchains, and so we're going to see which ones start to adopt more people and growth. So that is something we have to pay attention to. But as we do that also, we'll see which platforms and blockchains are going to be the ones around.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we talked about this a couple shows ago, where different blockchains are going to be used for different things. And I don't think Bitcoin goes away unless, like you said, there's a financial collapse or like nuclear Armageddon. So
I have a positive scenario that might, we could all just realize that everything we need, we use, we consume is another job. That's an economic boost. And technically all this money is just bullshit that we don't need. And we could just do away with it and start going like farm directly to household with everything. Like Amazon's already got the infrastructure that solves world hunger right there. We take the food from the farm to the fucking person directly, and then there's no waste in grocery stores. There's no, we don't need to be having a monetary system, in reality, right? But then you have to still have a way to encourage like high end risk taking for like inventions, like, right? As long as we're still funding people to do the things and create the things that they love and they want, we can still have all the advancement and development, if anything more, because people have an equal opportunity to those resources. I mean, we technically have like almost unlimited resources on this planet if we handle it right, if we just kind of do things properly, and follow some basic rules so we don't pollute the shit out of it in the process.
Yeah.
So
are
we going to wake up to that? All the billionaires would have to kind of be like in mutual agreement.
Yes.
Because right now they're living a life that they're like, well, I ain't giving that up.
Which is wild to me. Like when you get to the point where you have hundreds of billions of dollars, at what point are you just like, well, maybe I should like save the world, right?
Well, and isn't it stressful? Like that's a huge target on your back. Like, why would you want that target? Right? Well, wouldn't it be better to be able to like explore the planet like more freely? I don't know. I have this edible I just opened from IRL Goodies.
There you go. Good segue.
We got I was like, this got dark. I need to save it. All right.
Right. Good.
So
I like it.
I got these are these little donkey sticks here we made.
All right, you gotta explain that, man, because that just sounds fucking.
Every time you say it, I think you said something else.
Yeah.
That was the PC version. That was the PC version.
Let me make you bigger. Let me move you over. Here you go. All right, is that a pretzel? What is that?
Yeah, it's a gluten-free, dairy-free pretzel stick. Well, IRL Goodies is here. Why don't you explain? I'm just guessing based off of what it looks like.
Is that marshmallow?
Yeah,
it's all dairy-free, all gluten-free. Basically, straight vegan, pretzel stick, marshmallow, and sprinkles, and fudge.
Oh, it's delish. And that's infused?
Yes,
how many milligrams are those?
About 80 per ounce of fudge.
So what does that work out to per serving? What did Tricky just put down there?
What did I just eat?
Probably about 20
milligrams?
15, 20 milligrams, yes.
Okay.
That makes sense. I ate a whole bag last night and slept like a baby.
Good.
Nice. They're working. Oh, that's awesome.
Have you only tried the little ones?
Yeah. Oh, that looks cool. Is that Oreo?
Are there big ones? Do you have like a bigger serving size?
I'm gonna have to go find the big ones now.
Yes.
So what do you infuse? Do you infuse the chocolate? Do you infuse the marshmallow?
No, I infuse coconut oil and then make the fudge with that.
Oh, the fudge. Okay, got it. Okay, the chocolate. Yeah. Okay, cool.
And then dip the marshmallows in the chocolate and sprinkles.
Nice. I love it.
Vegan marshmallows is interesting, because obviously the main ingredient usually in marshmallows is pork. No, pork to make the pork fat. What do you call it?
It's like gelatin.
Gelatin,
Not gelatin, but it's like
it is
gummy
gelatin,
bears.
right?
Yeah, it is gelatin. It's like,
gelatin is an animal byproduct.
Yes,
they
have
marshmallows.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, it is. But they do have vegan marshmallows out there that are dairy-free, gluten-free, all free.
No, I've never seen.
But they are actually good, because we finished off that bag that we used for your stuff, Tricky. We had hot chocolate and then just handfuls of the marshmallows, so they really do taste good.
There you go. Go on Amazon, get your.
And I was right about those pretzels too, right? These pretzels are better than the original, like the normal pretzels. It's the only gluten-free product that's actually better than the original.
That's crazy too, because when I ordered yours, I ordered the big tub of the regular ones, and they're still sitting here, but the bags are gone of the gluten-free ones.
So what do you make? Do you make these and sell these online, or what's the deal with these?
Oh, this is the first time I've done the pretzels.
Okay.
And we are adding them to our menu. We have 13 flavors of fudge.
Ooh, damn. Okay.
And we're trying to get it going and sell it. We sent a whole bunch to Art Basel.
Nice.
And I think 30 pounds went to Tricky. And another 20 went to another guy that was distributing.
Tricky, I'm on my way over.
Right.
Just kidding.
Tricky's eating good.
So are you in Florida?
No, I'm in California now.
Are you? Okay, we're in Cali.
Yep. We're in Central California, between Fresno and Bakersfield.
Okay. That's nice.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I'm originally from NorCal. I'm originally from Chico.
If anybody had anything important for me to do today, now's the time to ask it.
You got like T-minus 10 minutes.
Wait, these are the big ones now? Is that what you went and grabbed?
Yeah.
Okay. I got
like a candy apple size.
Man, he's out here just munching on infused stuff.
So how these bigger ones? What do you think the dosage are on these ones? Oh, these got a lot more chocolate on them.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So you didn't see those before? You didn't open all the different ones?
No, I didn't open the box. I literally put all the boxes in the fridge, and I opened the first one and just started destroying them. And I didn't open them all.
Does that pretzel look gigantic, or is your hand small?
No, it's a pretzel rod.
Hands.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, these are the ones that we're gonna have with the PC name right now, the Donkey Sticks.
Okay.
So this is like a 20 milligram, and this is probably like what, 100?
100.
I don't know.
I'd say 15 and 60, 75.
Okay.
There's only one way to find out.
Right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Seriously, there is.
Oh, good nuts. Good nuts.
You know what? Okay, I actually talked about this.
Some.
I actually talked about this on a space the other day. How edibles don't hit me, bro. Like,
No?
unless they're like the Kana or the like the ones that are micro and drinks slap me. But man, I will have. Sometimes I'll have like 400 or 500 milligrams of stuff, and I'm like, I just didn't notice it.
The nano infused.
Yeah.
Well, send me your address, and I will send you. Send me your address. Okay. I will send you. We have a. We call it the tea.
Okay.
I can't explain it probably properly. Havoc would have to, but you put it in your tea or in a hot beverage, and you have to drink it really fast. Otherwise, it kind of.
I love hot tea, so I can do that. And
it turns into like Jolly Rancher. If it cools off, it turns out like Jolly Rancher in your mouth. So you have to drink it really fast, and it seriously, it slaps. We dosed
Okay.
Havoc's parents one night without telling him. But
I
and
love that.
you go to sleep and then you wake up higher than you were 3 hours ago or 5 hours ago, and
That sounds like what Rick was explaining to me when he was telling me about RSO.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
how that I've never tried that either. He's like grain of salt, bro. He's
Grain of
like
sand,
or grain of
yeah.
rice.
Grain of
He's like,
rice,
do not use more than a grain of rice. I was like,
Yeah, I mean that's the serious shit, right? When
Yeah.
you just need the pain to go away, and you know,
yeah.
for cancer.
That's why I was
Yeah.
I was also telling Rick, like snowboarding, when we have really bad falls and stuff,
Mhm.
usually I will
Oh,
take
yeah.
a bunch of CBG, a CBN, and
Mm-hmm.
CBD with some THC, but usually I try to find like a blend or take two
Yeah.
things because I like getting all the anti-inflammatory and pain relief.
Sure.
So I was, with the RSO, like Rick had mentioned it too in the space we were talking. That's not just for fun. Like that one's like
That's got all
actually
the
for if you're
cannabinoids.
hurting.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
have a little bit, and it's gonna have more chlorophyll, and more of an herbal taste, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's more of a complete extraction for like medical purposes.
Right.
You want RSO all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
If
used
you
to sell that.
want just a high, then you get like THCA, and you infuse that because then it doesn't have the terpenes or the chlorophyll, so it has very little flavor for the potency. So you can do that to actually boost your potency up for like more of like a sociable high. But
You know who we got to bring on, Tricky? We got to bring on your buddy Seth with the
Geno plant, yeah,
with that guy, and talk about the
because he's talking about it.
terpenes
He's going to all these events around the world and speaking, and it's really awesome. He's got like the latest information for sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Get him on here and educate everybody about terpenes and everything else. Ooh, the bubble chart. That's a good segue.
Like that.
That's a good segue right there.
That looks good.
And I was like, hey, the hours is looking great, y'all.
Yeah.
They're looking good on the
Look
hours.
at bonk.
My bonk is looking better. I'm loving
There
it.
you go.
Well,
Yeah.
before we move on, though, I want to ask IRL Goodies. You've got you have a menu on your page, right?
Yes.
You have a website or anything that anything that
The website is almost the website is almost finished.
Cool.
But we do accept almost all crypto,
Nice.
and yeah.
What do you use for that? You use Helo Pay or Solana Pay? What do you use?
Just a wallet
To accept
transaction.
crypto.
Just wallet, yeah, just straight wallet right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
We haven't-
okay. So they have to send it directly to you.
Yeah.
Versus, got it. Okay.
And jump in the actual X chat too, the X space IRL Goodies. That way we can all make sure we're following your account.
Yeah, we didn't start out to do this as, to sell it. Somebody was going through chemo on Twitter and she needed something for pain, and I just sent her a couple pounds, and then it just kind of ballooned from there. So we're not exactly set up the way we should have been, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, that's awesome. When you get set up, when you get everything rocking and rolling, let us know, and we'll get it out to everybody. And feel free to send all the hosts some goodies as well.
Yeah, you guys all send me your addresses, and I'll get you a box of goodies.
There you go.
She's got the
All right,
fudge
sounds
cookies. They were a big hit at Zauchella. I think almost everyone who came to my table got a cookie, if not everyone.
Yeah, not everyone. Yeah, Nessie said he got one cookie, and they're his cookies. But we do have a second cookie. I just made it the other night. It's a crayon raisin, oatmeal craisin.
Oh, no, crazy. Okay, nice.
I love oatmeal, raisin, craisin, oatmeal. My wife gives me such a hard time. She's like, "You're an old man."
Yeah.
She's like, "You like oatmeal raisin?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I fucking love it."
You got some Werther's originals in your pocket too, buddy?
Yeah, dude, I love those too. Don't get me started, bro. And the Reesin, the Reesin
Oh,
chocolate.
yes. Those are good.
Yeah, bro, those are my favorite.
Oh, that's so
When I-
hilarious.
And I like toffee. I'm an old man at heart, bro.
I used to make
And
a
I
batch
do
of
requests
every
too,
day.
because I hadn't thought about doing the pretzels until Tricky said pretzels. So
Okay.
if you guys have a request, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do.
I'll do like a salty caramel. That's my jam.
I probably should put
Okay.
these away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
He just-
As
should.
he takes another bite.
Bro, I'm
Or
watching
just-
you. I'm like, this guy's gonna be.
All right, I want to see Tricky
Or
do
just eat the
TA
other
in
end.
about 30 minutes
Yeah.
after all this.
Yeah, I want you to open up a short with
Yeah.
10x levy.
We wanna see you
when that.
trade.
No, just kidding.
We want to see you trade in about 30 minutes, and once all this kicks in.
I'm gonna
You
be
had, like,
I'm gonna be co-hosting with the Beat Friends, so catch me
Perfect.
over there for more fun.
Oh my God, that's
Also,
Jeez.
special shout out to Big Man because he's just been blowing up the chat with like really informative things on everything we have switched and talked about RSO, about
Bro, I
been
sent him a
he's been
link.
popping
I
stuff.
did
Yeah,
send
yeah.
him a link, and I said to him to try it because, he could maybe hop on. Why not?
yeah. He's
If
welcome for
so
sure.
I know that part of his issue with like especially if it's video side is that right now their internet is having some issues, and so sending like the data sending gets laggy and choppy.
Oh,
and
so
they
it's
rug
not
out.
even a thing of camera. If it was
Yeah,
just,
no. It's
Because
like
it
so
used to be
even
fun.
in the spaces, sometimes they've been getting ruggy. So he has to make like a hotspot when he sets it up. So they're just kind of working with
man.
some data issues. I think they're looking into getting Starlink because of where they're at. So I think once they do that, it'll be way easier to have him on the spaces because he's ready. He's been making little videos too.
Yeah.
Do
And
oatmeal raisin.
And he supports you in the oatmeal raisin cookies.
He
too.
does. Look at that. Got oatmeal raisin fam in the house. Let's go.
I got lucky that I'm an old man too because I'm allergic to everything, and I can still eat some oatmeal raisin cookies. That
Oh,
are
man,
very
that's
free.
so
Like,
funny.
those are actually still good.
Yeah. Don't have to worry about a gluten intolerance there.
All right, well, big man, when you get your setup figured out, you are welcome anytime, my friend. All right, let's talk bubble chart. What do we got going on today? What do we got going on this week? All right, so everything.
I want to,
Bitcoin
before we
flat.
go into that, can I show you guys something?
Yes.
Just a very
What you got?
quick. I made an endless runner game today with Manus. So
Oh, you use a Manus? Nice.
yeah, so I made like this. This is a game. Let me just open it quickly. Give me 1 second. I'll just open this and you can just.
Do you have to have an invite for that, or is it open now?
No, it's open. You can just go to the. I'm just going to mute it though because I don't know what the sound's going to sound like, and then I'll just share my screen. So this is the endless runner that I've made, and I literally made this off one prompt, which is insane. Like I told it like what to do, and it just made this game for me. So it's working. I mean, it does need like some tweaking. It's damn hard as well because of the way that it's set up.
You
Yo, if you got an invite code, send
Dark
it my
Souls
way.
runner.
Rick, if you got an invite code, send it my way because I joined the wait list like a week ago and I haven't been invited on yet.
Yeah, but this was just made with one prompt, guys. So I literally, I just said, make an endless runner game like Circus with a cat in a top hat running away from a cop and he has to dodge dogs. And it just made it. That was it. Like literally one prompt, like super easy. And it's an endless runner game. And then obviously you can patch it and like put new characters and whatever you want to do, like change the background.
Top cat in it.
Yeah, that's Top Hat running away from the cop.
Well, we can't see. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you-
Hold on. What are you
Stonewall-
sharing? Oh,
Stonewall-
my bad. My bad. No, that's me.
But
Start
no,
over. Start over.
this is Ricky's Top Hat.
I'm terrible at this, bro. I'm still getting used because the speed's pretty intense. It starts off. But yeah, there's the cop chasing him and he's jumping over dogs.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That's a cop chasing Top Hat. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Hey, I gotta show wifey. She's watching her computer. Hey. Music's so loud she can't hear me right behind me.
Yeah, there is music, but I'm not going to play it because it's like that loud, like.
Hey, send me a link. I want to play that.
Yeah, I want to play it too.
It's so fun, bro. I love it. It's damn difficult, though. I'm not going to lie.
That's
But
Rick
you have
made.
to get the
We
time.
gotta
in.
see who's gonna get the high
That's
score
Top
up.
Hat right top, and then jumping away from the dogs.
Oh,
Gotta
no,
kill
it's
the
not
beat,
bad,
though,
guys.
for Rick.
Come on. I'm so bad at this. Come on.
All right, we gotta see what Tricky can do with this once those edibles kick in.
Yeah, tricky.
Yeah,
Once
yeah,
200
yeah,
milligrams
yeah.
kick in, you gotta play this as on
Again,
stream.
I want you to try this game, bro. It's so difficult.
Oh, this is
But,
great.
Yeah, so it just
That's
shows you,
cool,
man.
man.
I made this with like one prompt. It just doesn't that like just blow your
Yeah,
mind?
I can make games so fast. It's crazy.
So like I'll show you the prompt even. I'll let me see if I can show you this. 1 second.
Yeah, Rick. So I joined the wait list like a week ago, and I haven't gotten an invite code yet. So if you got one, send it my way, man.
Yeah, that's strange because it shouldn't. That shouldn't.
Maybe just because I'm in the US, or maybe.
I don't think so. I think that's no. I think it should have already given it to you. But I'll share this tab so you guys can see. But here is basically a replay of what it did. Let's see.
Can we make that bigger?
That's cool. We need to talk AI agents and stuff. Actually, maybe you want to come over to that VFriends later on and talk AI agents.
Yeah, I can do, bro. I don't have any plans, but yeah, it basically shows you like it building the code for the game, and then it just goes into executing, making the game, making the characters. You can see here testing the game for you, and then it deploys the game. And then that's it. It's done. At the end, it comes to you and it says, "There we go. To play the game, download the file, extract, do all of this stuff." There you have your endless runner game, bro. It's simple as that.
Definitely.
What a time to be alive, bro.
Yeah, everything is so much easier.
We need to make our own version of Street Fighter, Crypto Stoner.
Can do whatever, anything, bro. I swear, like the possibilities are endless. Like I thought, let me just test it just to see what will happen with this, and it comes out with this, and I'm like, what? And then I saw another guy that did a full flight simulator. So, yeah, so pretty insane. You just have to know like how to.
Dude, it's so dope.
Yeah, you just have to like be able to know how to prompt. So.
Crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That's cool.
Pretty insane.
We're gonna come back next week, and Rick's gonna have like his own version of Call of Duty.
Yeah, facts.
I mean,
in 4K.
If you can deploy cursor, so that's like a lot of the problem at the moment is like people are trying this, and there's been a lot of like errors and security breaches. So I don't want to run anything like that until I've done like the coding thing with D-Bros and kind of got a better understanding, because you know at the end of the day there are going to be flaws and you're going to have to like check on the flaws, and of course at this stage I can't like check on like all the flaws. That's why I'm doing
like
that.
the hitboxes. You can tell when they want it.
I mean, the thing is also like people be able to cheat on these games really easily, so you're going to have to build it so that they can't cheat. Yeah. Right. I mean, the best thing to do is
I'd get the high score by flying over everybody.
Yeah, bro. I would say just try and get access to this, because it's not only good for this, it's good for a lot of other things. I've built out a couple websites with it, but very simple, bro. Like you can't just use it out the box. You have to do a lot of coding to make it kind of like look okay. I mean, I can show you guys, but it's just absolutely not the greatest website.
Remember, I had this like code isolator like thing when I was younger, and like so I would basically like I would jump with the character. If in this case, if I wanted to hack it, I would jump with the character and then freeze it, and then look at all the codes and say that value is set. And then I would let it fall a little bit, and then I'd say value is less than, and then I let it fall a little bit more and say value is less than, and then it would basically identify which line of code was being affected. That was, basically giving it gravity. And then I would just neutralize it so I could jump and just fly. I was like Jurassic Park, and I was just flying around the game. My friend's like, "This game's so hard. How did you get to this level?" And I go, "Well, I can fly." He's just like, "What?"
Cheat code.
It was problematic on this one level where there was like lots of waterfalls and stuff, and it kept on like I would fly and then get sucked into a waterfall. It was like that was a weird problem with that one level, but other than that, it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, what a time to be alive, eh? So
Seriously.
we'll see what happens with this shit. So it's called vibe coding. So if people want to look more into it, go and have a look at on X at vibe coding. That's like there's a lot of people that'll be doing this. I'll show you guys just one quick thing on it that I found quite interesting. This guy's making some big money off vibe coding. Here we go. So this was made also.
I did see this.
Yeah. This is another AI game.
That's
There's
cool.
another one. They're very basic. That's the thing. They're super basic, but the thing is, it's still early. You know.
It's a starting point, right?
Yeah.
Look back at this in 3 years.
Right.
Oh well.
AI is going to be making full
3
AAA
months, man.
games.
3
Yeah,
months.
even at that, yeah. You're right.
You're going to be able to put in a prompt and have your own personalized video game. Like if you want to have like Harry Potter fighting zombies, you put in a fucking prompt and it's going to spit it out, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like you could build a Street Fighter with a prompt and have, you know, Harry Potter, Super Mario Brothers, Ryu, and X-Men all in, you know, a Street Fighter version of a game.
Right. I'm looking forward to being able to put my like raps and like old like random stories and stuff like that into a prompt and then make a movie. You know, that's what I'm looking forward to, making little short videos and movies out of my stories. And
I mean, that's already here.
It's getting better and better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, this Pokemon game's crazy. This is all prompt or like prompting.
Yeah. You can see on the side what he's done with it.
So is this on? Are you in the Manus platform now?
No, this is on X. This is just a thread on people that have built games. But the thing is, this is like for me or like someone that has no experience coding. Like you can only do so much with this shit. But give this to someone who knows coding. Oh my god! That like a lot of these ones that I'm showing you now are not from just people who don't know how to code. Do you know what I mean? These guys are all. If you go look at their profiles, they all.
It's this, and it's the same thing.
Yeah,
sorry, it's the same thing with artists, like visual artists. You know, a painter, someone who knows like art history and the dynamics of art and shading and lighting and stuff like that, and you give them an AI that can make visuals, and they can come up with these stunning images very easily because they're like describing various attributes that if you don't understand the underlying topic, you would know. Same thing if you're a programmer. This thing just could save you hours, if not weeks, of coding time.
Exactly, and it goes with everything with AI. I think not even just the games, like art, everything. Like if you've got experience in any field, it's always better to lean into it. But yeah, I mean, like look at this shit. It's just crazy, man. I don't think it's going to be long because like this is so much more advanced than like the first video games that we ever saw. So yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
But you're right. The comment you made earlier about the security issues. I'm looking at the vibe. I typed in vibe coding and it says and one of the posts said, turn your LinkedIn profile into a website. And one of the comments said, hey, just a heads up, your Superbase API key is exposed in every request, which could have some disastrous consequences.
Exactly, Brian. That's the point, is that like you can deploy whatever you want, obviously, but if you're going to actually put a product out, you're going to need like a developer to go and look over it, or you're going to need like some coder to make sure that there's no breaches, or you need to learn to code yourself, you know, so you can check all that stuff. But it is like Tricky said, this is just like a superpower for anyone. You know, you can just kind of use this along with your experience that you have and just create something that's amazing, bro. Totally different.
Crazy.
Because the experience of making a game is insane. Like even just that runner game that I made today, when I was busy playing it, I was like, holy shit, like I made this game. Like not me, but you know, the AI made it, but like I've had a hand in, like, this has come out of my imagination, you know.
Yeah.
So it was just like, it was an idea that I had of like this cop chasing top hat cat for a long time and jumping over dogs, and then obviously it's just kind of gone into this game. I really want you to play this, Tricky.
If you can turn the beeping off.
Yeah, you can. I don't know why. It's actually muted, so I don't know. It shouldn't. Yeah.
Hey, that was, the AI
Oh.
put that sound in there very carefully, okay?
I know, right?
It's like, they need this sound right here. It's Pong.
Yeah, it is Pong. So yeah, so now you know when you're doing your prompt, you can say, and the jump sound is that of a spring or a whoopee cushion or something.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
There was one guy that says, I thought vibe coding involved smoking weed, and it's a picture of a cat smoking weed, a pixel cat. I'll send this to you. I'll put this in the chat, actually. All right. Oh, man. All right. These are always fun, guys. I hope everybody that's listening is having as much fun as we are, because this is fucking hilarious. Did you make it, or was it AI? I'll just read through them.
Yeah, and appreciate you stopping through. IRL goodies, taking PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, all the payment types, all the crypto types. Just hit them up and get some medicated goodies.
There you go. All right. All right. Let's go back to the bubble charts. It kind of went off the rails a little bit. Oh, there you go. That's funny.
Nice. Is that the new meme?
Yeah. Right.
No.
Should be. I'm gonna
You're
give
gonna
that guy a
follow
follow.
for that.
Yeah, I know. I just said the same thing. It's funny. All right. What do you guys got planned this weekend? Anything fun? Anything exciting? Actually,
snowboard.
Crypto Sona, I'm probably taking the boy up snowboarding.
Oh shit! I'm going up next week too. Oh, I'm so excited. Where are you guys going? Or do you?
Flag? Yeah, what's going
Okay,
on?
Flags.
Stuff.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, we've gone up there before. I'll hit you up when we go up there.
Yeah, let me know. It's like just
We're
a short
not that
little
far.
2-hour drive up there. I'm gonna take him up there, get him in a lesson, and then hopefully cruise around with him for a couple hours at the end of the day.
Heck yeah, dude. That'll be awesome. I love doing lessons, bro. That's why I do snowboarding lessons all winter, because I just love like getting people on. It's such a good grounding experience when you get that frustration part of just staying up on your feet.
Yeah.
After that, man, it's just it's like a life of finding peace out in the snow. It's great.
Onboarding to board. Yep, I like it.
This
What do
is
we got? What are you sharing here, Tricky? What is it? Or Rick? What is this?
This is the festival I'm speaking at, ladies and gentlemen. So
where's this?
Nice.
in Lisbon, and
Okay.
yeah, look, it's got some very like prominent people in the space speaking as well. And yeah, I'm just very excited for this.
Where's your pick? Where's your headshot? Are you on there?
Yeah, I've only just been added, but there we go. There's
Nice.
there's
I
the
love
hard
it.
boy.
Yo, drop a link in the private chat, or drop a link in the regular chat too.
Yeah, I'll send that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and of course we'll be repping, what we do here and everything while I'm there. So
when is this?
The 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. I was hoping that I could do it like live from the event. Like that would be pretty cool, because then I could because that's the last day of the event, the 6th. So I think I'll do that. On the last day, I'll live stream my part as from the event. I think that'll be pretty sick, and I can take you guys around the event.
Yeah.
Show you what they have there, and I think it'll be cool just for people to also see what a Web3 conference is like as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because it was such good vibes last year, so I'm just hoping it's the same, more of the same this year. But
events are so cool. You connect with someone on such a deeper level when you see them IRL, and I've had so much fun at every event I've been to. It's just that's how you can really boost your growth and visibility. Getting out to one of these events is huge. So congrats on that. I told
We
you
gotta
guys,
do it. We should all go and then do a live stream from.
I
the
mean,
event.
look at all the brands that are going to be there, like from Animoca, Wallet Guard, like Adidas. You can literally network so well at these
Yeah.
events. It really is a great place to meet people and just you walk away and it's just your brands just become so much bigger just by being at these things. I know Farouk was there with Rug Radio, Rec Guy, OSF was there. So it should be another good one. And then they've got MemeCon as well, which is like a different event, but it's at the same event. And this is something that Weed and THC should definitely look at, maybe getting a stall
Yeah,
at
this
or
is
something.
dope.
But this is like, if you look at like some of the past like people who have partnered with them, so
that's awesome. You want
It's
some
cool.
event alpha? I got a little bit of alpha, so I'm gonna be going with Stuffies up to NYC. It looks like I think they're flying me and my wife up for like 4 days.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And
I would love to go.
Like-
I would love to go.
I was
there.
like, I can't go unless you fly me. You gotta pay for everything. Like
That's smart.
so yeah, everything's covered for me and my wife, and it hasn't been announced yet, I don't think, but it's the Wu-Tang and Redman event that's coming up.
Oh damn.
Wow, bro.
Yeah,
That's so fun.
I was in a
Can't
space
wait.
and I said this in a space, and Crypto Cam goes, "There's only one Wu-Tang Redman event, and I haven't announced it yet."
Oh shit.
When is that? Tricky, when is it?
The 11th to the 14th
Of April?
I think it's on the 11th. Yeah, of April.
Nice, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
It's gonna sell out like instantly when they announce it, because the last one did too.
Shit,
We need to get
I'm a-
weed. We need to get Weed Coin and THC on this list.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. See,
Some
now I'm
big players
excited.
there, bro.
Now I'm excited. This is fun. We got a lot to look forward to over the next couple of weeks. We got Liberation Day. We got Lisbon. We got New York. There's a
Bro,
lot
we've
going
got
on. We got
420 coming up.
snowboarding.
Yeah, you got 420
coming up.
coming up.
What
It's
are we
gonna
gonna
be a
do
busy-
for 420, bro? We're gonna have to do a
Ooh.
massive space.
Next
We
30 days
should.
are going to be busy.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah, maybe we can get like a couple, cannabis things online. Like, we'll do like a giveaway for Special K glass and stuff like that. Maybe some edibles.
420's on a Sunday.
Is it really?
Oh,
Right.
perfect. That could be fun then. We could probably
That
work,
could be fun.
yeah, they could work that out.
All
All
day.
right, I'll start trying to line things up for it.
Yeah, everyone needs to start trying to line things up for it. Get some guest speakers on here. Do
You know what's funny?
A marathon.
420 is on Easter Sunday this year.
Oh shit!
I can't wait to be blazing all day.
And we're hosting at my house. All my
Oh.
wife's family. Fuck.
Like,
Oh, no.
Shit.
hey, just get some THC infused oil for the cooking,
Right.
and just send everyone having a good time.
Oh,
Yeah, just
God.
get them all knocked out, and then we go live.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I completely forgot about that. That's funny.
Right as you
Okay.
said that, I got a text at 420 is Easter Sunday this year.
That's wild.
Oh, all right, guys. It's
IRL
been
Goodies was looking for a giveaway. There we go. We already got our first giveaway locked in.
nice.
And I'm pretty sure we can get Special K Glass to do a pipe or a bomb giveaway too. So
Yeah,
I'll give away
let's
some.
do
I'll give away some joint NFTs too. There's a project that sells just joints, but they're free mint. You can mint them for free, and they're
Nice.
meant to just give people. They're just the whole community base on just joints is that they're free mints for everyone. You can only have a certain amount per wallet, but that you give them out to people that aren't. It's kind of like what Top Hat Cat's doing with the THC coin and onboarding. They try to onboard people. They're like, give these joints to your friends that don't have an NFT and have
Okay.
that be their first NFT. So yeah,
Yeah,
I can
that's
get
cool.
Dope, bro. I love that.
Your first NFT is a joint that a friend passed to you.
Yeah, dude, that's what.
I love
that's
that.
why he does it.
That's cool.
I'll introduce Rick and Tricky to them this week when we're in spaces and stuff, because the developer is going to actually be on my Wednesday space. They do a snail NFT too. Yeah, when they're on there, I'll let them describe the just joints and kind of explain it better. But yeah, it's all for onboarding normies, passing the J.
Great.
That's cool.
That's great.
All right, guys, I got to wrap it up on my end. Any parting thoughts for the weekend?
Man, stay positive. I'll see you guys over on the VFriend space.
Yeah, when is that?
For the next 47
Forever.
days.
Oh, that's the one that they're doing nonstop.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
shit.
crazy, bro.
That's right.
So, I'm holding it down a lot and bringing people in. So that's why.
Let me shout out Tricky real quick, because Tricky has, dude, I saw him yesterday in Big Man's space, and he's in his space on the stage talking. He's like, yeah, and everyone's like, oh, what are you doing, Tricky? He's like, I'm actually in another space right now. I'm still in the 24-hour space. I'm actually the co-host right now, managing the floor. We're like, you're in another space right now? He's like, yeah, I'm doing 2 spaces at once. This man has just been an absolute king this whole week and putting these on and helping keep things lined up. It's been awesome to watch, and
cool.
I've hopped in and out when I can, but it's just been so cool.
Yo, what's the Twitter handle that is hosting the space right now?
Riley. It's like White Bark or something. Here, but you'll see me there all the time. You can always just click on my PFP and find it. But let me find Riley's. It's Off White Bark. OFFWHITEBARK.
There it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna put the VFriend space pinned up top right now in the Twitter space.
They're live right now, 24/7.
It don't stop.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so when we shut down here, everybody go over to at Off White Bark and jump in that space and support Tricky, support VFriends. That's cool, man.
If you're a noob, if you know nothing about it, 55 past the hour, we do Rookie of the Hour, and I can pull you up, figure out which character you are, and get you a raffle ticket for some goodies.
Nice, man.
Sounds fun, bro. I might pull up to that. I've got Shiba Saturday tomorrow, 4:20 p.m. EST. So if anyone wants to pull up to that, guys are more than welcome. Anyone in the audience, if you got projects you want to shill or anything, pull up. Giveaways galore. Also, if you guys can like and retweet this live stream on Intelligent Stoner's page, I will do a giveaway of THC. I'll do 2 giveaways of THC on this, but I'll wait until tomorrow. So 24 hours in the space tomorrow at Shiba Saturday. I'll do the draw.
Nice.
But you have to like and retweet this live stream.
Yeah.
So Intelligent Stoners. Let me just show which is the post, so no one's confused. This is the post here, guys.
Also, guys, you can see wifey gaming hard behind me. She's out here just sweating.
Well, let's zoom in.
It's hilarious.
Also, one last thing too. I have Clejon, the trap violinist, is showing up tonight later on. I believe probably
good,
like 6
Oh,
or 7.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
EST or PST?
EST. I think he said he's busy till 4 p.m. MST. Okay. So I was like, all right. After that, he'll probably get a little snack and then pop in and play something. So yeah, it's gonna be a good night.
All right. Well, appreciate y'all. This is always fun. We'll talk next week. And if you guys in the audience, if you want to chat, DM it any of us. Fun projects, interesting people that you want to invite up on the show or just have us chat about, definitely hit us up. That's it, guys. Appreciate y'all. Take care.
Y'all. Later, y'all. Love y'all.
I was not doing the heart. There goes.
Dang it. It doesn't do it.
How does that work?
I don't know.
Bro, I didn't even know how it works.
He's a magician, bro.
I didn't even know how it works, bro. It just seems to pick it up.
Setting? All right.
No, it's just his energy, bro.
It's just his energy. So have a good weekend, everybody.